In this small town of Fort Scott, Kansas, in 1946, Ruth Finley's life took a dark and twisted turn when she was just 16. One fateful night, a sex maniac broke into her home, leaving her marked with a brand that would haunt her for decades. It was a brand of pain and fear etched into her very soul. The hot flat iron seared her flesh, leaving two gruesome marks on her trembling thighs. She survived that night, but she couldn't escape the scars it left on her psyche. She tried to move on, to forget, but destiny had other plans for Ruth. 3 decades later, in a chilling twist of fate, Ruth began receiving threatening letters from a mysterious stalker who would come to be known as the Poet. The letters contained rhyming messages that sent shivers down her spine. But this was not the only sinister presence in Wichita during those years. At the same time, the notorious BTK killer, Dennis Rader, was terrorizing the city with his gruesome crimes and sending taunting letters to police and newspapers. Speculation ran wild that the Poet and BTK were one and the same, a shadowy figure lurking in the darkest corners of the city. From 1977 to 1981, Ruth endured a relentless onslaught of letters from the Poet. Her front porch became a battleground, where everything from Molotov cocktails to jars of feces were left as horrifying messages. She even claimed to have been kidnapped and stabbed 3 times, a nightmare that seemed never-ending. But the shocking revelation would come to light in the most unexpected way. Ruth was the Poet all along, tormenting herself unknowingly while suffering from a deep-seated psychosis. A psychiatrist would later unravel the twisted truth, revealing that Ruth had created the Poet as a coping mechanism to deal with repressed sexual abuse she had suffered since she was just 3 years old. Ruth Carolyn Finley's life was a tapestry of trauma, pain, and deception. Born in 1930, she passed away in 2019 at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy of a mind pushed to the brink. Authorities decided not to file criminal charges against Ruth after her confession, as they recognized her struggle with mental illness. However, the investigation had come at a hefty cost to the city, prompting discussions of a potential civil suit. Ruth's story is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk within one's own mind, of the twisted paths that trauma can lead us down, and of the shocking secrets that can remain hidden for decades. In the end, the Poet's tormented rhyme is a tale of a woman's journey from victim to tormentor, from darkness to light, and from pain to understanding.